The forest murmured softly, leaves whispering in the breeze. Beneath the Bodhi tree sat Buddha, serene, timeless, present. I approached cautiously, humbled by his aura. His gaze met mine, piercing yet gentle, inviting me into his stillness. "Master," I began, voice trembling like a fledgling bird, "why does my mind twist endlessly, resisting calm despite my desires?" He gestured toward the swaying trees. Their dance harmonious. The mind, like the wind, cannot be grasped. Observe its flow, but do not wrestle. Confused, I fidgeted. "But Master, how does one cease wrestling when the turbulence of thoughts consumes the spirit?" He smiled, the radiance calming like morning light. "The river flows whether watched or ignored. Stillness arises through presence, not by force." His words hung suspended in the air like dew. "Presence?" I echoed, struggling to grasp the essence within his voice. "Presence does not seek nor strive. It simply is," Buddha explained, his fingers tracing circles upon the earth's surface. The disciples beside me stirred, each touched by his words. The world seemed quieter as our minds reached inward. Buddha pointed to the nearby brook, its ripples painting stories on shimmering waters. "Look at the brook. Tell me, what do you see?" "It flows," I replied hesitantly, watching the interplay of light and motion. "Its surface mirrors the sky, but also hides the depths." "Precisely," Buddha affirmed, a gentle nod accompanying his words. "The mind mirrors thoughts yet carries unfathomable depths unseen." I stared into the water, mesmerized by its movement. How does one glimpse those depths without being swept away? Buddha's hands hovered over the brook, droplets falling like fleeting stars. "Do not dive headlong. Instead, observe without judgment, with openness." The disciples gathered closer, eager to partake in this unfolding truth. Their breaths synchronized, creating harmony in the collective silence. "The struggle," Buddha continued, "is born of grasping. The shift begins with releasing. Less thinking, more being, simply allowing." I wanted to ask more, but the words escaped me. The simplicity of his guidance rendered questions futile. Buddha's gaze lingered on me, his presence unwavering. "Do you seek answers, or do you seek peace?" I hesitated, uncertain of my longing. "Peace," I whispered, though doubt still clouded my heart. Buddha turned toward the forest path, light filtering between ancient trunks. "Peace does not arrive through force. It blossoms where acceptance takes root." His steps echoed softly as he walked, each movement deliberate yet unrestrained. The disciples followed, their feet attuned to the earth. As we moved, I pondered his words. The yearning for peace tangled within me, resisting simplicity's invitation. Buddha paused near the river's edge, his reflection rippling upon the surface. "The shift is not complex. Complexity arises from resistance." I knelt beside him, the earth grounding me. "Master, how does one overcome resistance that feels insurmountable?" He touched the water, his fingers brushing like whispers. "Resistance thrives where fear holds power. Release fear, and resistance dissolves." "How?" I asked, desperation spilling from my tone. My mind feared letting go, clinging to its familiar chaos. Buddha's voice softened, soothing as flowing waters. "Fear clings to illusion. Presence reveals truth, unbinding fear's grip through clarity." The disciples watched attentively, their expressions transforming, as if Buddha spoke directly into their hearts. "Look within. Beyond thought's endless chatter," Buddha encouraged. "Less thinking, more being." A stillness emerges unbidden, carrying peace. His presence radiated, silencing my doubts momentarily. The river's rhythm mirrored his serenity, drawing my focus away from internal storms. The wind shifted, carrying the scent of blossoms. Buddha's words resonated, their simplicity profound, inviting me to release and be. The disciples dispersed, their faces peaceful, emboldened by Buddha's teachings. I remained seated, absorbing each ripple of wisdom. Minutes turned to hours as the river's melody unfolded truths. Buddha's teachings felt both intimate and universal, timeless. Master, I murmured, approaching once more, if stillness is the way, how do we walk without falling astray? He gestured to the path, weaving through the trees. The path walks with you when presence guides. Fear recedes, and clarity rises. I gazed at the trail, its subtle beauty revealing itself anew. My heart softened, touched by Buddha's gentle wisdom. Less thinking, more being, Buddha repeated, his words steady yet light. The shift awaits only your openness to step within. The sun descended, painting the sky in fiery hues. Buddha's form blended with the world, radiant and eternal. His teachings lingered, not bound to words but alive within presence itself. I bowed deeply, my heart awakening to clarity. The night arrived, stars scattered like jewels upon the canvas above. Buddha's wisdom became the flame guiding my seeking soul. Another day, another moment unfolding like a petal. The river sang its ceaseless song, the air rich with life. Buddha sat beside the flowing waters, his presence calm as the morning mist. Disciples gathered, their hearts seeking illumination. I approached cautiously, my mind weighed with questions unspoken. Master, I began, voice steady but burdened. Why does emptiness fill me? His gaze held mine, serene yet profound. Emptiness is not absence. It is the space where fullness emerges without grasp. I hesitated, unsure. But Master, fullness eludes me. I search endlessly, yet find only echoes of longing. Buddha gestured to the ripples, their patterns shifting. The river's dance is not confined. It moves freely, without holding. Master, how does one let go? I asked, desperation shaping my tone, fear gripping my thoughts. Letting go is not done by force, Buddha replied. It arises naturally when the self releases its illusions. His words stirred me deeply, as if light pierced shadows. The disciples around me leaned closer, absorbing each syllable. Buddha pointed toward the horizon, where the sun bathed the earth in warmth. The light does not cling, it simply shines. A merchant approached us, his steps hurried, his wealth evident. His face carried worry that wealth could not erase. Master, the merchant spoke, his tone urgent. I possess riches, yet my heart feels barren. How do I change this? Buddha knelt by the river, his hands resting lightly upon the earth. Riches fill the hands, but truth fills the heart. The merchant frowned, struggling with Buddha's simplicity. Truth? What is truth, Master? How does one attain what seems intangible? Buddha dipped his hand into the water, droplets falling like stars. Truth is not attained, it is revealed through presence. The merchant looked at the ripples, his mind turning inward. Presence? He echoed, the unfamiliar word heavy in his thoughts. Presence, Buddha explained, is the act of being, unshaken by thought's storms. It is less thinking, more being. The disciples murmured softly, each contemplating Buddha's words. Their breaths aligned with the rhythm of the flowing waters. A young disciple stepped forward, his voice trembling. Master, when fear overwhelms, how do we remain present? Buddha's gaze softened, his words like a balm. Fear thrives on illusions. Presence dissolves those illusions by revealing clarity. The young disciple knelt beside the river, his movements deliberate, his expression reflected both humility and hope. Look into the river, Buddha instructed. Its surface reflects the sky, but its depths remain beyond sight. Presence sees both. We followed Buddha's gesture, our eyes searching the rippling waters. The interplay of light and shadow mirrored life's paradoxes. Master, I asked, voice steady now, does presence mean abandoning desires? Should we cease seeking to find peace? Buddha turned toward me, his gaze unwavering. Presence is not abandonment, it transforms desires, revealing their roots and dissolving their illusions. His teachings moved through us, carried by the wind, resonating with the earth. We felt both humbled and empowered. A bird soared above, its flight graceful and fleeting. Buddha's eyes followed its path, his expression one of quiet reverence. The bird does not seek the wind, Buddha observed. It moves with it, adapting to its flow without resistance. His words struck me deeply, as if unveiling truths I had long ignored. The disciples remained silent, absorbing his wisdom. Buddha gestured for us to follow, leading us along the river's edge. Each step carried a quiet purpose. Unhurried, the merchant walked beside Buddha, his thoughts restless. Master, he began again. How do I move from emptiness to fullness? Buddha paused, his hand brushing a blooming flower. Fullness arises not from gathering, but from releasing. Let presence guide your steps. The merchant stared at the flower, its vibrant colors unfolding naturally. His expression softened, as if glimpsing the wisdom within. Buddha continued walking, the disciples following in quiet harmony. The air carried a stillness that transcended the rustling leaves. As we reached a clearing, Buddha turned to face us. His presence filled the space, grounding us in truth, less thinking, more being. Buddha said, his voice firm yet gentle. Peace does not arrive through thought but through presence. His words resonated within me, echoing through my spirit. I felt lighter, as if burdens dissolved in his wisdom. The day waned, the sun descending to meet the horizon. Buddha's teachings lingered, etched into the fabric of time. We bowed deeply, gratitude blooming in our hearts. The river's melody accompanied our steps as we departed. Changed, night fell, stars scattering like luminous grains. Buddha's wisdom remained, guiding our journey into the unknown depths of presence. Another day, another dawn breaking over the mountain. The air felt crisp, and the world seemed poised in quiet anticipation. Buddha stood atop the peak, his figure blending with the horizon. His presence carried an energy profound yet calming. Disciples gathered, their faces reflecting both curiosity and reverence. I approached, my mind heavy with the weight of impermanence. Master, I began hesitantly, my voice trembling like a leaf in the wind. Why does the thought of impermanence bring fear? Buddha turned, his gaze steady, his expression unchanging. Fear arises when attachment binds the heart. Impermanence is a truth, not an enemy. I struggled to comprehend his simplicity. But Master, how do we walk paths that fade with each step taken? Buddha gestured toward the valley below, where shadows danced between fleeting light. The path does not vanish, it transforms with every step. His words hung in the air, resonating deeply. Transformation? I echoed, seeking clarity but unsure how to find it. Life shifts like the winds moving through the trees, Buddha explained. Presence guides us beyond fear, embracing each unfolding moment. An elder disciple knelt before Buddha, his tone steady yet weighted. Master, I have sought wisdom, yet fear still lingers. Buddha's voice softened, like the breeze brushing the mountainside. Seeking wisdom is noble, but peace arrives through releasing, not through striving. The elder disciple's brow furrowed, his doubt evident. Master, how do we release what clings to us? Unbidden? Release is not a task, Buddha replied. It blooms naturally when the heart surrenders control and embraces presence. The disciples watched, quietly, the mountain's vastness reminding us of our place within the unfolding tapestry of existence. A shepherd approached from the slope, his flock grazing nearby. His expression reflected both simplicity and wisdom born of humility. Master, the shepherd began, his voice carrying echoes of quiet solitude. I see impermanence daily, yet still struggle to accept it. Buddha crouched beside a wildflower growing near the trail, its beauty fleeting yet eternal. Acceptance arises when resistance fades. Less thinking, more being. The shepherd knelt beside Buddha, studying the delicate bloom. His thoughts reflected inward, seeking clarity within the teachings offered. Buddha turned to the group, his words resonating across the mountain. Impermanence is not loss but transformation, an endless unfolding of existence. A young disciple approached hesitantly, his voice uncertain. Master, when the path feels unclear, how do we find direction? Buddha's gaze softened, carrying a gentle firmness. Direction is revealed not through maps, but through presence. Clarity emerges beyond thought's boundaries. The young disciple's eyes reflected gratitude, his shoulders visibly lighter as the weight of uncertainty began to dissolve. Buddha gestured toward the horizon, painted with hues of fire and gold. The sun sets, yet its light returns. Transformation never ends. The disciples murmured softly, their hearts finding stillness in Buddha's teachings. Each word seemed to breathe new life into us. A bird soared above, its movements graceful yet fleeting. Buddha's eyes followed its path, his expression reverent and unwavering. The bird flies freely, embracing the wind, Buddha observed. Its flight carries purpose yet leaves no grasping, no resistance. I pondered his words deeply. As if unveiling truths hidden within the world's endless rhythms, the disciples remained silent. Absorbing, Buddha began walking, his steps deliberate yet fluid. Each motion felt attuned to the earth, harmonizing with the mountain's heartbeat. The elder disciple followed closely, his tone calmer now. Master, if peace exists in presence, does striving always lead astray? Striving is not inherently wrong, Buddha replied, pausing. But peace arrives through acceptance, not through forceful effort to capture clarity. The elder disciple nodded, his spirit touched by Buddha's gentle wisdom. The teachings resonated deeply, carried like whispers on the wind. As we reached the summit, Buddha turned to face us. His presence filled the space, grounding us within the truth. Less thinking, more being, Buddha said firmly, his words profound yet simple. Presence dissolves fear, revealing peace that transcends impermanence. His voice echoed through the air, blending with the mountain's stillness. I felt humbled, as if burdens melted away completely. The day waned, the horizon darkening. Buddha's teachings lingered, etched into the hearts of all present. The wisdom remained eternal. We bowed deeply, gratitude blooming within us. The stars appeared above, scattered like luminous grains across the vast cosmic canvas. Buddha's wisdom became the flame guiding our seeking spirits. His words transcended time, grounding us within the unfolding truth of being. Buddha remained beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence a beacon guiding souls toward peace. Restlessness surrendered to understanding, the heart finding solace in Buddha's teachings. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.